Early in the morning, and we are out here early in the morning because there are very few people, and before 9 a.m. here's your pro tip for the day: it is free. You simply walk through the gates because the ticket office does not open until 9 a.m. So we're up here in the hills of Buda today. Budapest is actually two cities in one. The hills of Buda, which looks down over the Danube into Pest, which is a flat plain. Pest tends to be where all of the businesses and government offices kind of are, but there are plenty of things to do in Buda, even though it is a little bit more residential. The castle is up here, Fisherman's Bastion is up here, and we're going to explore Buda this morning. Strudel in the passageway. That's a good breakfast for summer.
Buda Castle was initially built in the 1200s, but most of what you see was built in the late 1700s and then rebuilt after it was destroyed for the most part during World War II. This truly is where East meets West because many regimes have held this castle, including the Ottoman Empire at one point. Now it holds a lot of different museums. We started out at the History Museum, which holds a history of the castle itself, including a lot of the pieces from its different eras. And I have to say, this was a very confusing museum, and I loved the labyrinth, especially in the cellar, but a little direction would have been nice. However, it is fun simply to just get lost and discover things. We moved on to the Art Museum after that, which is in the same complex. And there were a lot of very beautiful paintings here, things that you don't see a lot, Hungarian artists that I was really not aware of. And I'm very, very glad we went in and saw especially the altarpieces. This was some of my favorite art in the entire museum. A few years ago, they relocated the presidential palace back to where it used to be. And now, at the last Saturday of every month, they have a special changing of the guard that includes this little formation drill. I have the full video posted on my YouTube channel, and I'll put the link below.
Lucy! Yes!
Our next stop took a little bit of looking, but we finally found the Military Museum, and Josh was very, very happy with their collections. After trying and failing to find a bus to get back to Pest, we finally gave up and took the funicular, which was an experience in itself. I'm glad we had to do it.
Massive protest of some sort all along the bridge. So this should be fun because we're walking through it. So mystery solved. It ended up being a march for handicap rights.
We knew we were going to have a later night, so while Josh was taking a small nap, I did a little bit of yoga. Definitely needed it after all the walking that we've done over the past few days. Wait, stop, don't go any farther. We need to talk about what a white rabbit moment is. This is when you're traveling and an adventure or an opportunity will present itself. And you have a choice about whether or not to follow this white rabbit down its little rabbit hole. Sometimes it will lead to nothing. Other times, it will lead to something amazing. In our case, this guy right here is our Airbnb host, and he invited us to hear his Beatles tribute band play. This was a white rabbit that we just had to follow, and it was worth it. Which are some old Turkish baths from all the way back in the Ottoman Empire, and it was absolutely an amazing way to finish out at night. They have night bathing on the weekends, which is almost like a party.